Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Todd and Erin morning stream. Excuse me. I'm going to start again. What? Hi, welcome to Bob and Ted. Bob and Ted's afternoon, mid-afternoon, napping Todd and Erin Daily stream. Sorry.
That's going to be a little long if we're trying to put that in a title.
So I'll fit on a bumper sticker. So anyway, you've been giving me crap because...
Your stupid glue gun and all the... You glued all my pens together.
You have no idea what's about to happen, do you? Instant gratification. This is like... Anyway, so I'll show you what I did recently. I'll just show you. And there is love involved.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 2 of the dark side of glue guns. I know what I'm talking about. And I know you ladies and men have been using these for years. But I have just recently discovered the instant gratification, of glue guns. I thought there should be a dark side. Like Luke going to the dark side in the Star Wars thing. I've been showing you some, well, I'll show you a new one right now. Here we go. This, is a very dirty, hard water stained. This is the stand for a stack of paper towels. The paper towels thusly go over the top. And they slide as they unravel against this plate. Well, if you put a bead of glue across the plate, I can't believe I'm screwing my own house over. There's the glue. There's the paper towels. So, why do I get so much enjoyment from this? Is it wrong? Is it because of this? Is it because of the pain I have suffered? I don't know. I'll hear about this later. By the way, I don't tell Erin or the kids that I'm doing this. It just kind of happens. It's kind of who I am. And then I got a lot of response from you, basically, on Facebook about, is there anything nice you've ever done with a glue gun? And there was a long time ago, and I did actually handle one of these. When I was a kid, it was wood burning kits. You remember those, guys and gals? Do you remember those? You used to carve your name into wood, and it would burn. And do you remember the smell? And how cool it was? And then you'd end up like this as well, because it would hurt you. Because that's what it's supposed to do. Done. Here's the story. Erin said I have to tell you this. All right, so we have a friend, and he's blind from birth. And he always says that, and I don't know why. This is like from birth. Like he's proud, or I don't know. But he comes over to our house, and we invite him over for all the big things that we do, the family dinners and stuff. And so he comes over, and everybody's drinking wine. Everybody has like a nice Chardonnay or a nice Cabernet, blah, 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 blah. And I thought, well, I should do something nice. So what I did was I went and I got the alphabet in Braille for him. And what I did was I took a wine glass and right along the rim, following the instructions, let's see, I can do J. J is a dot, and a dot. and it's hard. I'm out of practice. And then I would be 3 down. 1, 2, 3. And then what would an M be? An M would be 1, 2, 3. Now, he thought at first he thought I was just screwing with him. But imagine if you're going around the house and, you know, and a lot of people even with sight use this and they put a little trinket or something around it and go, oh, that's my glass, you know, I have it. But so now Jim now has his name in Braille. This one's messy. But he has his name in Braille on the bottom. And I remember when I gave it to him, I handed it to him. And I said, here's your glass, Jim. And he went, oh, thanks very much. And all of a sudden he felt along this. And he went, what? And I go, that's your name, right? It's not a dirty word, right? I did it right. And he goes, that's my name. And he goes, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And so from then on, I knew one thing, because he took this home with him. So I had to go to the dollar store. I went to the dollar store and I bought a dozen of these. And every time he came over, I put his name back on it. Jim shows up one night and he's got a lady with him. And she is blind as well. And they come in and they're like laughing and gosh, you could tell they were in love. And so I put her name Jill and I was like, okay, where's my list? I get my list out. Okay, oh no, it's Amy. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that would have been horrible. So A is 1 dot like that, and then M would be dot dot dot, and so forth until I had her name. So she had her own glass, and I gave Jim his, and he felt his name. Oh, my name is Jim, and then he felt the other glass, and it was for Amy. And he presented it, and she thought that was really cool. Well, the relationship surely moved on quickly. And it was during the holiday season, and evidently these two have been getting along really well. And Jim came, and he brought me a sheet of paper. Now, he brought me a sheet of paper. This one has the letters underneath the descriptions. So, I mean, it has A looks like this, B looks like this, C looks like this, and all this stuff. And the other symbols. And, he kind of figured it all out, and he just laid it out, and he goes, please put this on her wine glass. He had to send this to me, email this to me, because it literally took me about an hour just to make it clean, because you want to do a nice thing. And it basically started up here, and then I kind of rolled it around like this and kept going lower and lower and lower and lower and putting his secret message on there. And so I did it, and and I was done. And then later that night when they showed up, I was just like, well, this is great. And here she is, and I give Jim his glass of wine along with his beautiful companion. And Jim feels down, and he sees that this is his. He sets that aside, and then he gets Amy's. And Amy, he hands it to Amy. And I'm watching them because I have no idea what he has written or what I have written on the glass. And evidently, it was something very sexually explicit. Because Jim's an ass. She smiles. She says, Todd, and I go, yes, that was meant to locate me, like a beluga whale. And she reaches out and she grabs me by the lapel and draws me in like that. And she said simply, do you know what this means? And I said, no, Jim just sent me the dots and I put them on the glass and that's all I know. And she goes, Very good. And then they both laughed, and I left, and I was like frightened because she was like a frightening person. The good thing is when they left, they took their glasses with them. Long story, I'm sorry, but amazing. So glue guns make love happen, right? And even if it's in a dirty way.
The Todd and Erin Daily stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com. And by Brio Technologies. They rent, sell, and install audiovisual components, including professional sound, lighting, video, and intercom systems, components, projectors, interactive whiteboards, and classroom audio systems. Just go to BrioAudiovisual.com.
See? Good things come out of...
The one nice thing about this is they did end up getting married, no matter how stupid Todd and our other friends' efforts were.
Glued together for life.
You didn't just really say that out loud, right?
I did. Wait till you see what's
Really?
coming up next week. Oh my gosh!
No, honey, I'm going to hide the
All
glue gun.
weekend
I think
they're
it's time to separate you from the glue gun, literally.
It's not going to happen. I have 3 others hidden, and extra glue.
You said something cool was happening with the Gateway downtown. Tell me what's going on.
Everyone's been wondering about the quick history of the Gateway. Downtown was bustling, starting to grow. Our mayor was
Rocky Anderson.
They said, we're going to make the big Gateway, and then Rocky
We're running
Anderson,
down to Fourth West, and we're going to put together this whole big thing between North Temple and Fourth South.
Rocky said, don't do it. You're going to steal all our business. And they said, no.
Because he'd really been pushing Main Street, like, hey, we've got to build up the downtown area.
So they destroyed the whole business of downtown.
Pretty much, yeah.
And they went over
Everything
and
went to the crossroads, yeah.
And they went to the Gateway. And
Gateway.
Yeah, and they did that. And then they failed because of
City Creek. So karma does come around. Well, it's evolution. It's
24%, my facts. 24% of malls are going to close in the next 3 years. There's a company, and this is an outdoor mall, so maybe it's a little different. There's a company who came in and bought, and they have like ones in Houston and Texas, different states, and they've done different things with them. They came here and they did a study on the Gateway. Guess what they're going to do with it?
What are they going to do?
Every person thought they were going to go, woo, parties, drinking, restaurants.
I kind of thought that's what they were going to do, because we didn't really have, like, every major city has like an entertainment district where there's clubs and restaurants and everything sort of sandwiched side by side.
You've seen the size of this place, though, right? So they are going to do restaurants. They are going to do some bars.
Because they had Dave and Buster's coming in, which I guess is huge.
But the biggest spaces that they are creating is for the tech industry.
Really?
So incubators, you taught me about incubators.
Yeah.
Incubators are companies that rent big spaces, at least the big spaces. And then for the startup companies, they supply smaller areas within that to do their research and development.
You can do meetings. There's really good, great connections for computers.
And it's all industrial, and it's like 30-foot ceilings.
Cool.
So basically, that's what's it's going to be, because there's this huge spillover technology into Utah from the West Coast. And some people are saying in the next 5-10 years, that's what we're going to have.
That's actually really cool. That makes a lot of sense.
So fun and antics, and then brains and nerds.
The thing that is cool about this, though, is if you do have your own small businesses, and this just isn't even for tech startups, but if you have a small business where you do need to meet with clients in like a relatively professional area every now and then, but you don't have to all the time, this is a great place to rent, because it usually is extremely affordable. You can still work down there. You can meet clients there, but it's not like
looks good.
It doesn't have to be your whole day-to-day thing.
Yeah.
But it's really, really nice to have it, because it makes you look more professional.
It's no kitchen corner with fall behind you.
No. And pumpkins that we've grown ourselves.
I'm a pumpkin here.
An ornamental fungi.
So I stumbled across this the other day, and we talked about our friends. We talked about me glue gunning their wine glasses.
Super romantic.
And we talked to other friends. People are meeting online and stuff. But I thought maybe we go back to the basics and find out, how did one find a man?
Mm-hmm. How did nice girls and boys meet with each other back in the 50s?
In the 50s. Please educate.
Wow. Wow. This is a dating advice article that actually comes from Cosmopolitan magazine, which in the 50s was a very daring publication.
We think this must be true.
It was pretty outrageous. So this is their advice. There's over 100 of these, and I
Oh,
kind
you
of got
narrowed
I
them
got
down?
nauseous after about 20,
Okay.
so I had to stop. But
All right,
here's some of the
let's go.
good ones. Be friendly to ugly men. Handsome is as handsome does.
What the frig is that?
Get lost at football games. Go to reunions
Stop. Get lost
at
at
football.
football games, like under the bleachers, because I know what that means. I was in the band.
Go to all reunions of your high school and college classes. There may be widowers there.
What the-
Widowers. So you can trap one of those heartbroken, confused men while he's still in the grieving
Why not
stages.
just drive recklessly around college campuses?
Don't be afraid to associate with more attractive girls. They may have leftovers. Learn to paint. Set up your easel outside of an engineering school. You know where smart people are.
Oh my Lord!
Stumble when you walk into a room that
Because
he's
you're
in.
drunk.
Carry a hat box.
That's a period right there? Carry a hat box, period.
Wear a Band-Aid. People always ask what happened. Make a lot of money. I thought you weren't supposed to work.
You wouldn't give a
I
crap
thought you
about
were
a guy if he
that
made a lot of
precisely,
money.
yeah. Dropping the handkerchief still works. Stand in a corner and cry softly. Chances are good.
No, that is a great one.
Stand in the corner and cry softly. Chances are he'll come over to find out what's wrong or think you're crazy.
Other people run.
Stand in a corner and cry softly. How did you meet Daddy, Mommy? I stood in a corner and cried softly for about 16 weeks until someone finally came over and asked me what's wrong.
It was your dad. Is that it?
Do you want more? 'Cause
No.
I'm kind of nauseous already.
No. That's horrible. So what do you think the best way? Okay.
There's something vaguely sinister to me about going to the high school reunion because chances are there's a widower there. Really? You have to meet a guy with a dead wife that's really to make this really work for you?
And the Band-Aid thing is kind of weak. What about like a neck brace?
See, that would be cooler.
It works for the
feel like
panhandlers
this.
at Smith's.
They figured out he's broke. He's not
They
going to
gave
have
me
anything.
$1. You know, that should be good. Okay, so what do you think is, give me the number 3 different ways that you should meet a man, that you could meet a man in 2018. Not that you want to.
You meet him at work and you glom onto him and you essentially harass him and pepper him with questions till you know every single thing about him.
Not biographical.
And then you marry him.
All right. Well, I think we're
Not
done with the
autobiographical?
show. You guys have a great time.
I didn't know that. Well,
and we will see you tomorrow on the Todd and Erin. I was like supposedly online.
Online. Everybody
the Todd
meets
and Erin
online.
Daily stream. No, I was asking more for an idea for people.
Online.
Not online. Then the gloaming.
The gloaming works very well.
Is that actually
the
a
endless
word?
questioning because he thinks, she's interested in me, and he doesn't realize you're essentially trapping him by knowing every single thing about him, so you know how to manipulate him. That's not autobiographical.
You did that to manipulate me?
No, baby.
I want you to use gloaming in another sentence.
Gloaming.
That too.
Gloaming.
It still works. See you tomorrow. The noise is really a turn off, but just
That's the basis of our relationship,
let me
honey.
get the glue gun.
Oh, really quickly, don't forget to like and share the show today. Please comment. You'll enter to win Christopher's Prime Steakhouse dinner for 4, which we will draw on Monday. Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry I showed you that.